Hello everyone, in today's video we will be looking at Professor Huyang from Ahsoka from the Vintage Collection. So I'm just going to get straight into it here. There's the image on the card there. It's pretty decent, pretty simple as well. And then on the back, you got the figure sort of off the card there, a little picture of it there, a little bit of info there, VC311. So yeah, initial thoughts. Yeah, he's looking pretty decent. I wasn't overly hyped for this figure. I do quite like the character. I liked him in Clone Wars, in the animation, and then so seeing him in the show was great. I do love David Tennant. Just about anything he does is pretty great. He's usually the highlight of things. So seeing him in the show was pretty cool. And I got a few other figures from the show as well. So I thought I might get this guy as well, but I wasn't overly hyped. For this figure like some others, but look at him, he's looking pretty decent. The colouring is looking a little bit off. I think he's looking more of like a silvery kind of colour there, whereas it's quite obvious when he's right there next to it that's more of like a sort of the camera's making it look like a goldy colour, I think, but in person it's more of like a beige kind of colour. So yeah, the colouring is a bit off there, I think. But yeah, we'll go ahead, open this up and take a closer look. Okay, so straight off the card, here we have the figure. And yeah, the colour is still a little bit off. It's not a major issue, really. The rest of the paintwork is fine. It's all within the lines. From what I can see, there's the face there. I would say it's a little bit basic in places, so it's fine. It's adequate. It's all within the lines, which is great. Quite articulated, but you know, by here maybe something could have gone on rather than just all black. And again, that looks a bit maybe like the black paint has smudged onto this like beige color there, which is, like I said, you'd have to look close for that, so that's not an issue. But all this, he's got all these little packs around here which is sculpted on very nice. Silver's come out of the line by there, but again, you have to look very close for that. So yeah, you've got all these things, they're all sculpted really nice, but they just look a bit bland, like all those little tools and bags and stuff, and they all kind of just blend into one, which is a shame. Yeah, I think for the most part though, the paint is all within the lines, just maybe a little bit basic. And I think it is the wrong color. He's not this beige color. I had a look in between taking it out, and yeah, he is, even on the show, it's not just the lighting of the packaging. He is a silvery color, and he's more of a shiny beige color, I guess. But good figure. I like the articulation on it. This little thing here popped off when I was taking him out of packaging. I don't think anything moves on it, so you just stick that on his back there like that. I'm not sure what that is. I don't know if that's his arms maybe that pop out. And then because he does have, I'm gonna have to have a look at this properly, but yeah, that's that on his back first of all. Then you've got this little thing here, which I guess is kind of like a little, some sort of little like pad thing that he carries around. No idea what this is. Don't know if it's some sort of tool, because we see him in the show and he's kind of fixing up the ship, but we also know him to make lightsabers. And again, so there's going to be spoilers for the shows, I think, but everyone's probably seen it by now. But he makes lightsabers, so it could be a tool for that, not entirely sure. And then yeah, you've got these extra little arms which we see come out in the show. So they've got little things there, so I'm guessing they click in somewhere. I will have to have a look closer, unless this come off. Yeah, they're gonna click in somewhere, and I will find it when we set him up and take a closer look. Give like final thoughts and all that. But yeah, so far he's looking pretty cool, and I think, like I said, because there's plenty of figures coming from the show, I think on the little shelf I've got, for those characters and Rebels characters. And I guess this guy goes all the way back to Clone Wars as well, so you could stick him anywhere, really. I think he'll be a sort of fine addition to that. Okay, so quickly, I have just had a little look. And when I was doing this initially, I said, oh, no bits move on it. And it was because it looked like they were separate pieces, so I was kind of fiddling with it, but not too much in case it snapped. But these two side bits, actually, which, like I said earlier, look like his arms folded up, they come off. Who'd have thought? And then these arms then click in either at the top or the bottom, not sure, or maybe it doesn't matter where they go, but yeah, they click in there and then onto his back. So yeah, we'll have a look at that setup in a sec. Okay, so some final thoughts on this figure. I think he's pretty cool. Like I said, I like the character. He's probably not one of my favorites. I do like him as a side character. I think he's pretty cool. I do like David Tennant. I think when he's given good stuff, he can sort of steal the show a bit. I don't think we saw a lot of him throughout the shows. Like in Clone Wars, he was in sort of 1 or 2 episodes, I think it was. And now he's in Ahsoka, and we're going to probably see more of him in the future. So yeah, I think as well as all the other sort of cool characters from Ahsoka that we're going to get, setting this guy up with them is going to look great. You know, you sort of, yeah. So there's not really much else to say at this point. He comes with some decent accessories. The paintwork is fine. It's nothing mind-blowing, but it's okay. So yeah, and the articulation is great as well. So yeah, another solid figure. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.